talking stage should not be too long. Boys are not that indecisive. I started talking to my wife. See, it's not of him that will it, it's not of him that will it, it's God that shows mercy. There was one girl I was talking to, I remember. Maybe because she thinks I'm a pastor. We're working together. So after a while, we just became silent. I think it's the Holy Spirit that orchestrated it that way. So as we were silent, she wanted to sing, I'm looking for. That was when Caro was raining. I'm looking for. What's the next thing? Caro. You know what this girl did? I'm looking for. She paused. My place in this world. That was the last time. I'm going to say this. The night I reached out to my wife, and all of you know I was already a pastor over 6 years. So it's not like I'm a baby Christian. When I reached out to my wife, that night, I got the nudge. I didn't hear anything. I just knew that she was coming to my mind. Every time I saw her, I had this strong nudge towards her, and she's fine. That particular night, I said, I'm going to reach out to her this night. I went on her Instagram. Guess where she was? Wizkid concerts. And the girl was so silly. She was even saying, call me Mrs. Balogun. Her surname is Lawal. I looked at it. The next day, I texted her. I said, I would like to talk to you. So the next time we spoke, she said, is it because I went to the Holy Spirit? I said, no. I want to talk to you. So immediately I told her, I said, I like you and I want to get to know you. She said, Pastor, you can't like me. I said, but I already do. No, Pastor. If you know me, if you meet me, you will not like me. I'm not your kind of girl. I said, you are my kind of girl. She said, okay, we'll be talking. You will realize that I'm not your kind of girl. So she didn't even have any interest. And we started, she said, okay, you're not that bad. The other one that was forming my place in this world, she was real. And that was what I wanted. I'm too much of a pastor to be a pastor in my house. I'm looking for a friend that I can sit down with, and if I want to say something that is not pastoral, she said, even you. I don't want that. Let's be calling a spade a spade. Be real. Don't lie to yourself. From the 4th day, I already knew I was going to marry her. I didn't tell her the 4th day. It took time. I told her the 5th day. I said, I'm going to marry you. We were playing game. We were over the phone. She's in Georgia, then I was in Maryland. We're playing this. I call on A. When you're in love, you do stupid things. I call on. You know, so when she called on L, I wrote Lawal. She wrote another name. I said, why didn't you put your son name? I get moves. He said, I'm going to play, stop it. So I said, okay. So I told her, I said, I'm going to marry you. I know that. She said, how do you know? I said, I know that. And did I keep my promise? I'm shy.